Hello. So today I want to talk about something that has been probably one of the biggest mysteries of my life and one of the coolest things of my life, synchronicity. And if you don't know what synchronicity is, Carl Jung, a famous psychologist, defines it as meaningful coincidence. So the first time he saw it in his life, he had a patient in his office talking about a dream. And in this dream, she was given a golden scarab, which is like this little beetle. And she kept talking about this golden scarab in this dream. And as she was recounting this dream, he heard a tapping on the window. And as he walked over to the window, he opened the window and a bug flew in, a very large insect flew in that looked like a golden scarab. He grabbed it, gave it to her and said, "Here's your golden scarab." What are the odds of that? That someone had a dream about something, and then as they're talking about that dream, an insect flies in that looks exactly like that bug. So that sort of stuff happens to me all the time. And it started happening so much that I started writing them all down. And so I have years worth of synchronicities that have happened because I was sitting there trying to figure out, okay, what is this? Why is it? Does it have a meaning? What's its purpose? Does it have a purpose? I really don't know. I mean, I have some thoughts, and I want to go over that in this video today.
Shamanoaks, exploring the rabbit hole.
So I got his book, and on the very first page of the book, it talks about how when he came up with the term synchronicity. He came up with the term synchronicity as he was giving a speech on the I-ching. The I-ching is the tattoo that I have on my arm, that one. So that's weird too, because I got this tattoo and I didn't know about Carl Jung at the time. I didn't know about synchronicity. When things happened to me, I would call it doubles. And that's when, more than one thing happened at a time. So I'd start writing it down. Then one day I found out, hey, synchronicity is a thing. Started researching synchronicity, found out about Carl Jung. Carl Jung was giving a speech on the I-ching when he came up with the term synchronicity. So I was like, that's a synchronistic event right there. One of Carl Jung's favorite quotes is from The Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll, in which the White Queen says to Alice, "It's a poor sort of memory that only works backwards." And I'm getting chills right now just reading that, because this whole channel, if you've ever seen the tagline, is exploring the rabbit hole. Like, his favorite quote is the point of this channel. And he came up with the term synchronicity while giving a speech on the I-ching, which I randomly got tattooed on my arm. Like, okay, get it. So I want to talk about some of the really big ones that have happened in my life. So the first major one that I had, I was at a trip to Catalina with my family, just a day trip. It's a small island off the coast of Los Angeles. We took a day trip out there. As we were going around the little town, I see two black crows. And I just run up randomly to the crows and go, "Rah!" like just to scare them. And they fly away. And my parents go, "Why did you do that?" And complete bullshit, I just was like, I didn't like the way it was looking at me. He was looking at me funny. And then they're like, "What about those birds over there?" I'm like, those birds are cool. It was only those crows. I didn't like those crows. And just a really stupid comment that really meant nothing. But the rest of the trip, the rest of the day, my parents we would just kind of joke back and forth about, those birds are looking at you funny, and just stupid stuff like that. Didn't really think much of it. The day passed, we went home. They flew out the next day to go back to Texas, and I get on Facebook. And then I see this picture. Crows can recognize human faces and hold a grudge against the ones they don't like. So I was like, screenshot that, send it to my family. Again, I thought that was just kind of a silly thing. But of course I had to screenshot it, send it to my family going, "See, I told you that crow was looking at me funny." But then if you look, image credit, which how often do you see image credits on Facebook? But anyways, image credit Danny Chapman. My last name is Chapman. My parents' last name is Chapman, obviously. So I was like, that's also pretty strange. So there's this girl that I work with, or that I used to work with, and she's also into this sort of stuff. And so whenever weird things happen, we send it to each other, and we're like, "Hey, look at this. This is crazy." So I sent her this. I sent her this image. I send her, I write up a little story about the little trip, what happened, blah, blah, blah. So I text her this whole story right as it happens. Immediately she texts me back and she says, "Look, I was just texting with my mom. Zoom in on this picture." Zoom in on the picture, Chapman University. What? So another interesting one I had is I was walking down the street and I saw this really unique car, a three-wheeled car, something you don't really see every day, even in Los Angeles. I've maybe seen it one other time. So anyways, I'm walking down the street, coming back from the store, and I see this car, and I was like, that's really interesting. I want to look that up and see how much it costs. And as I'm doing that, as I'm on the website for this car, The same friend, my friend Aaron, texts me and saying, oh, I just had a doubles. Like the two pictures in her camera roll, the two top pictures are two pictures of two girls that she had a relationship with, and they're both tattoo pictures, and they're both similar tattoo pictures. So that similar tattoo picture happened at the exact same moment I'm seeing this car, researching this car. Nothing, that doesn't really mean anything, right? So then my friends, I meet two other friends to go to the movie. We go see Ninja Turtles movie. And so while we're sitting in the movie, if you've seen the movie, you'll know this scene, is there is a big car chase scene. Then suddenly, two of those cars that I was just looking at, the Polaris car, come in. So that's two of the same car that I just saw earlier that day. So that's interesting. I'm like, okay, mental note, remember this to tell Aaron later. Then finish watching the movie, go to a bar, have a few more beers, come back, and at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I go, oh shit, I forgot to tell Aaron about how when she sent me that picture, I was looking at this car, and then two of those cars are in this car chase scene in this movie I just watched. So as I text her that whole story about the tattoos and the car, and then I tell her I was watching that movie, she goes, it gets even weirder, I'm writing a pitch right now for a Ninja Turtles movie. Like what are the goddamn odds of that? And the whole reason she took the tattoo picture in the first place is they found out they had gotten the same feather tattoo at the same place. Oh, then as I'm texting her and she's telling me about the Ninja Turtles thing, I turn on Netflix and the top suggested movie is Synchronicity. Okay, I get the point. Doesn't mean anything. So whenever I wrote and keep the log of them, I try to think of, okay, what's going on in my life right now when it happens? And I feel that it happens the most when I'm questioning myself or doubting myself. So I take it as, it's usually not giving me an answer per se. It's usually, I feel like it's telling me, relax, life is happening the way it is, like go with the flow. Just experience life and don't worry so much. This stuff can't happen by chance. I mean, I guess it can happen by chance. The scientific explanation for this is called the law of really big numbers, meaning the world is so big and there's so many things that happen to you in a day that the chances of something happening that's tied to something else, the odds are it's gonna happen. But how they happen also with someone else, I think that is what makes it ridiculous. The same friend, my friend Aaron, actually has a jewelry side business if you guys are interested in that. I always want to help my friends if I can. So if you're interested in that, please check out her store. Really cool stuff. So I think that's pretty much it for this one. So as soon as I stopped filming, I got on my favorite blog that I check every day, Gizmodo, and I saw this. Crows and ravens are basically the same thing. And when I originally went to Catalina, that was 3 years ago. It was 2014. So 3 years ago, I had the crow experience. Then I decide to make this video, I shoot it, and when I'm done shooting it, I check the internet, and there's basically the exact same story, but with ravens. What are the odds of that? Also, while in the process of editing, I noticed some other synchronicities. So when I very first got the Carl Jung book, as I was reading it, I see the I-ching thing. So I text my friend Aaron again. He came up with the term synchronicity while he was talking about the I-ching, and that's the tattoo I have on my arm. And then she was like, I'm getting a tattoo right now. Like, what the f***? So what do you guys think? Am I nuts? Does this make sense? Have you had these sort of experiences? So let me know in the comments what you guys think. I love hearing from you guys, and see you guys next time.